Our military analyst, retired Marine Colonel Stephen Ganyard. And Stephen, you heard Ian say the battle is closing in. Putin is ordering in Chechens. He's ramping up the air attacks. This battle is clearly reaching a new phase.
Yeah, George, things are changing. The Russians are not caring anymore about civilian casualties. They have to do what they think they need to do, and that's going to include leveling civilian areas. So a big change from yesterday, where things were where the Russians were at least saying we're not going to target civilian areas, but now you look at that impact in the center of Kyiv. That was a very deliberate action.
The West ramping up its pressure as well. You seem to have this battle between financial pressure from the West targeting Putin and his allies and his country, and the military pressure from Putin.
Yeah, and at this point, it's frankly, as James noted, it's Mr. Putin's future that's on the line here. So as the sanctions ramp up, there are two things that come into play here. Time. Both sides need time. The Russians need things to hurry up. They need to hurry up and take Kyiv and to bring down the fall of the government. The Ukrainians need time. They need time for reinforcement so that all that NATO kit can come in and reinforce them. And they need time for the sanctions to work. So both sides need time, but in different ways.
Some talks on the Belarus border yesterday between Ukrainians and the Russians. Is that all a sideshow?
There was this hopeful part of that, George. It went on for 6 hours, so that was hopeful. At least they had something to talk about. On the other hand, it sure seems like Mr. Putin was just doing that so that he could rearm and re-equip. You know, at this point, I just don't see a path to Russian victory, and Mr. Putin's future being on the line. The Ukrainian people surely have signaled that they will fight for years, and that's just something that neither Russia nor Putin can afford.
But can they fight for years, Steve?
I think George, it's going to be the rifle in the closet. The sentiment, the morale, the conviction of the Ukrainian people will carry them, and it may be years and it may be horribly bloody, but at some point, Russia will have to go home.
Steve Ganyard, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.